few remarks as we begin. And welcome, so nice to see you all. My name is Ann Carmody, and with Chin Music, I help coordinate programs for the League of Women Voters. And we are absolutely delighted to have had an opportunity to work with Bishop Davis and Minister Florence in bringing our program on Census 2020 to the community, and thank Fight Village for hosting us. So we are hoping tonight to explain exactly why participation in the census is so very, very important. But first of all, again, I'd like to thank our two pastors, Bishop Willie Davis Jr., who is the senior servant and pastor at Cathedral of Hope Community Church, and Minister Clifford Florence Sr., who's the associate pastor at Central Church of Christ, and president of the Faith Community Alliance of Greater Rochester, for working with the League to prepare for tonight, and also for Fight Village for hosting us. This is a wonderful community center, so easily located, so we are delighted to be here tonight. But now just a little commercial about the League. For those of you who may not be familiar with us, we began in 1920, just 6 months before the 19th Amendment gave women the legal right to vote. I don't like it when people say the right to vote. We've always had the right to vote. The legal right to vote. And the League has always been nonpartisan and a grassroots organization, and it's committed to the principle that all citizens should play an active role in our democracy through education, through participation, and through advocacy. And the League is not just for women anymore, and we are very pleased to have a number of men that are members of the League, and we invite any men in the community to join us as well. As you are likely aware, the census is only conducted every 10 years, and data collected through that census basically influences a tremendous number of services, including public education and many social services and how they're funded. And something that people may not think about or wonder why it's even important, but is where our congressional representatives call home. And our goal is to not lose many of our representation from the Rochester area. So that's our commercial. Tonight's speakers are going to be Susan Perry, who will be coming up shortly, of the Census Bureau, and Brigit Hurley of the Children's Agenda. And before I turn the program over to our two gentlemen, you will have time at the end of the program to ask any questions that just might come to mind. We'd like to know what the barriers are that you think prevent participation in the survey. And we left cards on your seats just in case you wanted to jot something down, because we will hold questions until the end. But I have a feeling there's not a shy person in the audience tonight, so I have a feeling you're going to be comfortable raising your hand and asking the questions that you might have. The other thing I would like to mention is we will be videotaping the program, and we will also have photographs taken. So if there is anybody that is uncomfortable having their photo taken, just, let somebody in the aisleways know, and we'll definitely make sure that that is answered. So thank you for your attention, and gentlemen, would you like to come up, or I can bring the mic to you? Thank you.
Thank you so much. I'd like to say good evening to everyone. On behalf of Minister Franklin Florence, who is the CEO and president of Fight Village, we welcome you being with us, and we want to welcome you to Fight Village. It's a privilege to unite with the Women League of Voters and all of the support groups that's working along with them, and I don't have a list of names to call on, but we welcome everyone that is here to present to us today. And also we want to say that anytime that you're in the area of Fight Village, that you're always welcome to come back and visit at any time you want to be connected to the community. And certainly if we can play a role in doing that, you're always welcome to come here at Fight Village. I'm going to turn it over to Bishop Davis. And again, I want to say on behalf of our CEO that we're just glad that you're here. we want to make sure that you also know that if you didn't grab something to eat between 6:30 and 7:05, everything that you get from the refreshment area is $49.95. We'll work with you tonight, all right? So again, thank you so much for coming. God bless you.
Greetings. We recognize that there are many beliefs and faith. So even gathered here tonight, I see different reformations and so forth recommended. So instead of having a prayer, I am requesting that you all take a moment of silence and pray to whomever. There are many faces, many faith. Thank you.
Good evening. It is a real pleasure to be here tonight at Fight Village in the community room, appropriately named because the census is truly based on community. It is a national outreach, but it happens here on the local level with each of you sharing information so we can get a complete and accurate count for the 2020 census. I'm going to share with you a PowerPoint presentation, and Ann had mentioned we're going to wait till the end for questions. But I really did want to tell you a little bit more about that. My role is as a partnership specialist. So we go out and make presentations like this. We also have we work with partners, which are the basics and the foundation for getting out the word about the 2020 census. The mission and purpose. The Census Bureau serves as the nation's leading provider of quality data about its people and economy. We conduct our work in a manner that maintains the confidentiality and privacy of our respondents, which is of utmost importance. The Constitution of the United States mandates that a census be conducted every 10 years, we call the decennial census. This complete count of every person residing in the United States is shared with the President, the states, and the American public. This information provides the insight for community leaders to be able to make informed decisions about our community. The goal of the 2020 census, and what I hope to leave each of you with tonight, is to count everyone once, only once, and in the right place. Everybody counts. About the U.S. Census Bureau. It is the largest statistical agency in the U.S., as stated here. In addition to the 2020 census and the decennial census, the Census Bureau conducts more than 130 surveys and programs that are ongoing. So we're often asked what we do between census, but we are very busy, as you can see here. Besides the census, which happens every 10 years, which is in years ending in 0, we conduct the American Community Survey. You might be familiar with that. When you're reading or looking online, there'll be articles that are referenced, and it will say from the Census Bureau. That information is collected from the American Community Survey. It is a random sampling that will be ongoing during the 2020 census as well. So we do have field representatives to collect critical information about our population, housing, crime data, and labor statistics, which are fundamental to help our community leaders make decisions about where our community is going in the future. Every 5 years and years ending in 2 and 7 is the economic, oh, thank you. The lights went out. That's a good sign, right? Yes. Thank you. Okay. So there are businesses surveys, and that is an extensive collection of data related to business activity. There's nearly 4 million businesses, large, medium, and small. It covers most industries in all geographic areas of the United States. They receive surveys tailored to each primary business activity, so everyone can be impacted by the importance of your count in the census. 2020 census is mandated by Article 1, Section 2 of the U.S. Constitution. As I mentioned, it's conducted every 10 years, has been conducted since 1790.